Yo, what up, guys? What up? What up? It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a long time, guys. It actually has. Give me 1 second, though. Let me get things set up, and then we'll get started, guys. Let's see. Live stream. All right, just trying to get a few things in order. And make sure mic check. Yep, everything's good. All right, guys. All right, got everything set up. All right, cool. Again, guys, what up? What up? I know it's been a while. It's actually been like what, three? I don't know. I probably should check, man. My last live stream was in September, the end of the month of September. So it's been October, November, December, dude, 3 4 months. So bringing it back, beginning of the year. The new schedule for the live stream is going to be Thursdays. So Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Time, guys. That's the new time. I'm gonna have the live streams. I'm gonna try to. I think the difference with the live streams is I'm gonna try to have it a little bit more scheduled. Where I think before it was kind of more just a lot of ad hoc stuff, right? Whether it be ad hoc requests popping up, things of that nature. Well, what I'm doing slightly different. I'm gonna have things a little bit more scheduled. Like there'll be topics. We'll talk about if there's code review or things like of that nature that viewers want me to discuss in the live stream. I'm gonna have a process where we'll take those requests in, and then we'll be able to review it before I even do the live stream, right? So since I know the schedule of the live streams, it's gonna be every Thursday at 9 p.m. Because I do get requests of certain topics, certain videos, certain issues, right, that people may have over their code base. Some of the stuff it takes a while. Like there's some stuff that may not be done, right, in the span of a live stream, and because of that, I need to kind of break it down, right, and that's kind of where there'll be a review process before the live stream. I will probably pick maybe one or two items. Some of these items, if especially if it's something that maybe I know the answer to already up front, then we will discuss in live stream, right? I already kind of have a solution, be more prepared, things of that nature, right? I think that would allow us to kind of go through some of these issues on the live stream, but in the same time, kind of get things going as well, where hopefully it doesn't like take as long. But either way, guys, again, we're working on a few things, trying to get a few things in order with the live stream. So I'm excited to bring the live stream back. But again, it's not going to be on Fridays. It's going to be on Thursdays, Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central, just like the way it is now. And then ultimately, I've been doing trying to build up and trying to get that established, streaming on Twitch. So again, guys, follow me on Twitch. I am the real Lou, and that's it's more again non-coding, of course. It's where I do more my gaming and things of that nature, right? So I do talk tech there sometimes because some people jump in, they have tech questions. So by all means, you're more than welcome to jump in if you like on the live stream and ask some questions. But yeah, that's kind of where I kind of more relax, just do some game. But I also keep in mind on my Twitch channel, I do monthly giveaways. So I am going to have a monthly giveaway next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. So give me a follow. You'll hear more about that as well if you want to participate in those monthly giveaways. And normally the stuff that I give away on that channel, because again it's more gaming, I give away gaming type stuff, you want to call it, right? Mouse, perhaps keyboard, right? Mechanical keyboard, things of that nature. RGB light, right? I mean the different things. So either way, man, give me a follow there if you can. Show me some support. I'll appreciate it. And that's on my Twitch channel, guys. So again, man, I'm glad to bring back the live streams back. I have a lot of plans that I kind of have set down, and they have nothing to do with New Year's resolutions and things of that nature, guys. I mean, this is something I've been kind of planning already for the last month or two. But either way, I'm starting to put some action to it. I have so I'm kind of a few things. I'm setting up a Discord. So Discord should be coming very, very soon. It's already set up, but there's a few things I need to channels and things I need to set up permissions. So hopefully, maybe in the next couple of days, you'll see that. I'll send a message out. So follow me on Twitter, or just here on YouTube. I'll send a message as well through YouTube. But Discord's coming soon. I'm pretty much about done, but there's a few things I need to set up. So that's going to get released very soon. A website. I'm working on the website right now. I'm getting a logo done. So having a designer work on a logo for the website. The website is Coding with Lou. So the domain is called codingwithlou.com. I'll purchase a domain. That's going to be the domain that I'm going to use for the website. Now, this website that I'm going to create is going to be think of it as a coding type, website where you can kind of go. So I'm going to start building tutorials, right? To fundamentals, but I'm focusing strictly on Python, right? That's the thing about it. I'm focusing on Python. I'll be doing a lot of videos the next couple of weeks related to like people that are new to Python, not just new to Python, new to programming, right? People that are new to programming, but they want to learn Python. I'm going to be making a bundle of videos related to that. And I am going to publish it on YouTube, by all means, right? But there are things to do that I could do on YouTube, like playlists, kind of keep things together. But I do feel, though, with the website that I'm going to create, I could probably structure it a little bit better there, where everything's in order, better in order, but I guess better managed in a way on the website. So, but there's a few things I'm going to do to the website as well, right? Besides just structure these tutorial videos that I'm going to be creating. Like, I'm not going to put all my YouTube videos on there, but I am going to put the ones that are more, what's the word I'm looking for? So, like, I've been pushing out videos, right? I don't know how many videos I have now. I may have about 100 videos, I guess. There's some videos, though, that, they're kind of scattered in topics. And it's kind of hard to find on YouTube, right? Unless that's kind of where I want to manage it better on the website. So as people are looking for, hey, I want to find a video that relates to, downloading files from SharePoint, for example, right? I'm just using that as an example, but whatever it is, through the website, I'll be able to better structure it in there, have searching capabilities, and ultimately it'll, show you the video. Give you, like a page, give you a description of what it is, maybe even show some sample source code and describe what each piece is doing in that section. And then ultimately, be able to play the video or give you the link to the YouTube channel, right? Or ultimately go watch the video, things of that nature. So that's kind of the plan. Now, that's one aspect of it. The other piece with the website is there's going to be some apps that I'm going to be creating on the website. And this is where I'm going to start, I'm going to have a process and start having people that want to apply. So I'm not. I mean, I'm gonna keep it small for now. So I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be open to everybody. I guess like you know, like a repo project. But I'm gonna be taking some applications probably the next couple of weeks. So anybody that I'll kind of give you an example. If you're somebody that new, right, you're learning Python, you're very fresh, you don't have a job, you really don't have experience in coding in Python, but you're interested, right? You're putting that effort to learn and doing all that stuff. Well, on the website, we're gonna be building some apps within the website, right? Like tools. Think of it that way, tools to do X, Y, and Z. Like one of the tools that I'm gonna incorporate into the website is gonna be a RESTful API. It's going to be like think of it as sandbox RESTful API. So for people that are new, that are trying to learn Python, and let's say they want to learn, in Python, connect to RESTful APIs, I'm going to provide some public APIs, but that I'm going to build, right, myself. So because I'm going to build myself, this is where, again, somebody who's brand new, that's learning, right? There'll be some opportunities if you want to be part of this group that I'm trying to build, where you'll get some experience of how do we build the backend, right? It's one thing to connect to an API, but then there's another thing is, well, how do we even build an API, right? Let's say we're trying to build an API for others to access. Why? How do you even do that? I know how to do it, but again, anybody who's new may not know how to do that because you're learning. So as we build some of these tools in the website, it will be an opportunity for some of y'all, right, that are learning, that are interested in learning how to do that kind of stuff. Whether it be, for example, expanding the website. So the website, just FYI, I'm going to be building using the Django framework, right? Number one. So again, right off the top, because I'm using Django framework, anybody who's interested on learning how does the Django framework even work, right? Like, how do you work with the Django framework? This will be an opportunity to get familiar with it, right? You'll get access to the code base, and you'll be able to, contribute to add certain features that we're going to add. Same thing when it comes to some of the tools, like some of the apps that we're going to add to the website, right? Just kind of how I mentioned, some tools we're going to add, like we're going to build, but more for the purpose of giving people the ability to learn how to do it. There's tools already out there that do the same thing, but we're trying to, kind of give, again, anybody who's new, like, all right, man, I know Python, but I never worked with Django. All right, cool. You could participate and you could work with the Django project which is number one. So you'll get some mentoring as well, right? And the goal is to try to have a few, at least one or two senior people that know what they're doing, and then have a few junior, very entry level people that are trying to learn as well, right? That have at least picked up the fundamentals and the basics, but now they're trying to learn, like, all right, well, how do I use Django? And then as they get familiar with Django, all right, well, how do we add apps? How do we deal with models, right? Things of that nature. And so there'll be some opportunities for that as well, man. So if you're a viewer of mine and you're like, man, like I've been learning Python and I'm very interested but I never worked on nothing, right? Like I don't got a job as a programmer yet, right? Yet. So I don't really have hands-on experience, and maybe the projects you have worked on have been stuff you have to kind of make up. Well, this is not a make-up project. We'll be building real stuff, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. It is real stuff that we're going to be building, so you kind of get the exposure of learning as you learn, working with a small team, because again, I want to keep it small initially for now. And then, yeah, so that would be one aspect of it, right? I am working on as well. One part of the plan is I want to build a team. Again, it's going to be small to begin with. I think to start off with, maybe 2, 3, perhaps. I mean, at least, right? 2 or 3. That's the plan. That's the goal. And ultimately, the thing with this team is I get a lot of requests of, hey, I got this issue. Hey, I need help. Hey, I'm stuck with this. Or hey, can you help me how to solve this problem X, Y, and Z? It could be a problem that I have never worked on before, right? Or a lot of the time, it's problems that I probably have worked on before, like similar, but what they're asking for is slightly different, right? It's literally could be like I could take a code base that I already have, and really, in reality, I'm only changing, let's say, 5, 6 lines of code, and it may solve their problem. I'm gonna give you an example. Sometimes it's that simple as that, but either way, what I'm trying to do is build a team where when we get requests in, um, we have a team to kind of go through that process. Like, okay, this request that they're asking for, do we have a video already for that? All right, which is number one. Number two, if we don't have a video, do we have a solution posted on the website? Because that's the other thing. Sometimes there's some solutions doesn't really require a video. It could be something very small. And that's kind of where I want the website to come in as well, where we would post some of these solutions as well that are more smaller, right? Like doesn't really require a video to make, but nevertheless, users still some of the viewers need help with it, so they're looking for a solution. Kind of like a Stack Overflow, right, to some extent, but not exactly to that level, right? Stack Overflow, you're posting an issue and you're hoping that somebody provides a solution. What we're trying to do with the website is, okay, we're going to just provide solutions based on different scenarios. But that's kind of where the team will come in and be like, all right, let's review what it is, and we're going to check YouTube. Do we have a YouTube video? Number one, right? If we don't, do we have a solution on the website that we have posted? And then if the answer is no, then we put in the queue. Okay, out of all the requests that we have, we either just add it to the list of items to do. If we feel it's one of those items that, hey, we're getting a lot of people asking for the same thing, well, we'll prioritize it, right, and make a video of it soon. If it's worth making a video. If it's something that just worth having a quick solution, they're like, okay, let's do a quick solution. Let's post the solution to the website. And then once it's posted, we would direct the user, hey, go to the website. You will find, here's the post, and there's your solution for what you're looking for. And so that's the plan with the website, right? The website is not necessarily for courses, but it's also for solutions that people are seeking. As people seek certain solutions, want to be able to manage it properly within there. And then, of course, I am going to have Discord, but I'm not trying to post all of that in Discord. I think it's a little bit messy, especially if it starts to grow. You can't really structure it properly. But Discord, I do want to have, right? I am working on, and that's what I want to, because I do want to build a community. So as people that are following me and things of that nature, that's kind of where you could go to Discord and kind of meet with other people, right? Other people that, potentially the community could help out. That's kind of where me or my team, right? And again, the goal is I want to build this team where that's what we'll do. We'll be spending some hours, like I'm already allocating X amount of hours a week on making videos and content for users. Well, I'm going to be allocating some additional time to help, again, solve problems. Besides making videos, answer some of these questions and try to solve problems. That's kind of where I'm trying to build a team where the team will do the same thing. They will be allocating, X amount of hours a week, to do the same thing. And part of it will be, we'll go on Discord, certain item. Maybe it's as simple as here, go. Here's a solution that we have, and go check it out on the website. Or here's a video that we have already. Or it could be something very small. We just give them the solution in Discord because it's something very small, basic, right? That they may be asking for. Nothing that's complex. Something. It could be as simple as like, hey, how do I convert NA's null values in the data frame to blanks? That's honestly, that's very basic answer to do. But nevertheless, so like those kind of questions, not worth making a video. It's not worth. I mean, maybe it's worth making a post of it, but at the minimum, it's something we could just provide back real quick, right? But that's the plan, man. With the Discord, with the website, which the website again is going to be called codingwithlou.com. That's the domain. Again, I have a designer that's going to be working on very probably tomorrow or so, um, on the logo. So I'm going to get a logo done. Then I'm going to start building out the website. And again, the website going to be broken up of, you know, um, post with different solutions. But you need to make sure we have a mechanism to be able to search properly as well. So a good way to search. So probably add some keyword tag capabilities to it to be able to, as every time we create a post, we kind of identify it up front, what bucket and category, and that'll kind of help with the search as well. And then of course there'll be apps that we'll be creating as well, right? So um, there may be, like, when I say apps, something basic like, all right, password generator, just basic stuff like that. We also have a page for reference, different kind of references to other websites that are good websites, right? That have good good context that as a Python programmer, it could be very beneficial. It doesn't even have to be Python, right? But the main focus is Python, AWS, and Azure. So right now, I'm trying to focus on and SQL. Probably need to include SQL in there. But those are the four main things, right? Python, SQL. When I say SQL, that relates to all the SQL. But I will say ideally it will be MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle, Postgres. What's the other one? Redshift, which is pretty much Postgres. But either way, kind of just relates to the core, those five core ones. And then of course, cloud services, right? AWS and Azure. So that's kind of what that relates to. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Again, it's been a while since I have made the live streams. I'm glad to bring it back. It is going to be different though, guys. It's going to be slightly different. So anybody who's watching, that has been on my live stream before, I do want to kind of structure it better. And by that, I mean, I'm going to be taking requests of what, like, if people have issues, like, hey, I have this issue, and we'll look at that issue, and it may be one of those issues that we'll solve on the live stream. And then the reason why I want to review it instead of just taking requests on the live stream, there's some issues that take time. Like, it's gonna take over an hour. I mean, it may take a couple hours to actually solve and resolve that issue. And that's where I don't want to. I feel like if we start on that issue right away in the beginning of the live stream, we won't get nothing done. So it's one of those deals where it's better to review up front, and then if we review, we realize, hey, this is gonna take a while. So we'll try to solve the much as we can and do some research before the live stream. And we fail once we go live, if that's something that we have made enough sense of, where we have a good solution for, or at least a decent solution for, then we'll bring it up to the live stream. We'll add it to the live stream, and then maybe we could solve one or two issues. But that's the plan, right? I want to be able to solve at least one or two issues that people request on the live stream, and then also talk about certain topics in the live stream. And the plan is I'm going to be bringing on guests as well. So as I bring on guests to the live stream, I want to bring on guests of, different people, how do you get your foot in the door, right? I have some input to that, but I want to get other people's point of views, right? And that may help you out. So maybe you don't have a CS degree, you don't have a college degree, you don't have none of that, but you learn how to program, and now you need some guidance. I want to be able to talk to other people that could give us some input on their feedback. I want to be able to talk to people when it comes to resumes. Dude, I suck at that kind of stuff, right? And the reason why I suck at that kind of stuff, because I work for myself. When you work for yourself, it doesn't matter, right, if your resume sucks or not. I'm not saying my resume sucks, but I'm just saying if it doesn't matter. When you're your own boss, none of that matters. But I know everybody's not in that position. So that's kind of where I would love to have somebody that's very good, that understands resumes, especially now where people in the tech field, people are getting laid off like crazy. You're going to have a lot of competition. So the last thing you want is not to even given an opportunity for an interview. Like, that's number one. You just want an opportunity for an interview at least. at least once you get an opportunity for interview, then that's kind of where like, all right, what can you do to shine, right? To stand out. That's where personality comes in and soft skills and all that stuff, right? So again, guys, that's something I want to do because I know there's a lot of people that could benefit from that. So I'm going to be bringing on guests. I don't want to bring on guests every single live stream because I know there's stuff that y'all may want to discuss, and there's stuff that I want to discuss with y'all as well and talk to y'all as well. And then there'll be some live streams where maybe if we don't have nothing to solve, right, or nothing of that sort. Maybe certain again. I'm always working on some sort of project, but I can't really show the source code or nothing because these projects are, again, they're for some of my clients, things of that nature. So it's very challenging, right? For the website, I could care less, right? None of it's proprietary. I'm not trying to hold the source code or anything. So all of that, as we build it, I'll be showing, like if it's maybe there's an app that I'm working on. And, somebody else in the team could be working on a different app, but I'm working on a specific app. I could show you, and we could walk through it, discuss what it is, what am I doing, things of that nature, right? So, but that's the plan, guys. That is the plan. Live streams again at 9 p.m. Central every Thursday, guys. So once a week, we're going to have, at least for now, I think if things go well, and we may see about the expansion of the live stream, then we'll do it 2 times a week. But or we'll do it once, which is Thursdays, but maybe we'll do it longer. Because right now, I'm probably only going to do it for about an hour, right? So it's an hour live stream. At least today, it's going to be an hour live stream. But I think if things take off, if we get a good request and, things of that nature, then it would be 2 hours, live stream, And then again, from there, if it really does good, then we'll move it to 2.5 or 3. Again, no, probably for sure no more than 3. I don't think, anyways. But either way, though, man, we'll play it by ear, right? How things pan out. Okay, so though everything that I mentioned, guys, those are the plans of what I'm doing with the channel. My handle on YouTube is Coding with Lou. Now, the name of my channel is still I Am Lou. Haven't changed that. But the handle on my YouTube channel is Coding with Lou. So just FYI, that's my handle on YouTube. What else? And I did talk to you about the website already. So again, I'm gonna be putting out a post soon on my YouTube. So I don't know if y'all get messages, but under my channel, let's see, under community, I'll be doing a post soon related to anybody that wants to be a part of the team that I'm trying to build. The team that I'm trying to build, it's going to be, there's really going to be 2 teams. One team is going to be somebody who I want to learn, and I want to be able to, maybe work on some of these projects that we're going to work on with the website, and you'll get some guidance, right? So if you're like fresh, brand new, maybe you know Python, maybe you've been learning Python for the past 6 months, but you never worked on an actual project, and you want to get experience, this will be an opportunity for you in that case, right? As we, work on certain projects, you'll be able to, work on a piece, on a module of that project and contribute that way. So that's one way. That's one team in a way I'm trying to build. The other team will be the team that's going to be helping me out with some of the requests that comes in. As people send requests like, hey, I need help with this, or hey, can you make a video related to this, or things of that nature. It's going to come from different sources. It's going to come either from YouTube, which I get comments on YouTube. It's going to come either from Discord. I get requests through email, right? And then probably through the website. But nevertheless, as the request comes in, that's kind of another team that I'm going to try to build initially. So again, if you're interested on that to help out on that piece, I'm going to be putting some more information out probably the next week. So you're more than welcome to try to apply for that. And then again, it's going to be a small team for now. And again, it's all volunteer basis. The plan, though, just to be honest with you, as the channel grows and the channel actually is able to bring in money, then people that are part of these teams, I do want to pay them. And that is part of the plan. Right now, again, the channel is not bringing in that kind of money, so not able to do that. But nevertheless, when it does, then yeah, be able to pay the people that are helping to with these requests on like some of the issues that people have. Cause I'm actually getting a lot. Like I'm probably getting about a dozen or so requests at least a week or more, right? And that adds up, man. You're talking about at the end of the month, so I got 50 plus, maybe even more requests of, can you make this video, or how do you solve this problem? And the challenge becomes, as I start reviewing some of these issues, some of them may be like, okay, it took me 30 minutes to figure out what's going on here. Others, like, dude, I spent like 3 hours to figure it out, or even more. And that's kind of where it does take time, right? It's, it does become time consuming, depending on what the issue is and so forth. And that doesn't even count of then making a video, right? So, and again, I'm going to be putting in some crazy hours the next couple of weeks. There going to be a lot of videos coming out. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited what's to come. So again, guys, I'm just putting it out there. I'll be look out for a tweet soon, and also a post here on YouTube related to some more details. If you want to be part of the team, what to do, like how to apply, and then start building this small team behind the scenes to be able to help out the channel. When ultimately we're doing here the channel, we're pretty much supporting the community, man, supporting the viewers. As the viewers come in and they have issues and questions and they need guidance or whatever, that's exactly what we're doing, man, providing support, right? So, which I think is totally something completely different than any other channel, at least that I have seen, that's doing that. Like, I get it, they're channel that make videos, very rare, they're trying to providing support to somebody else. I totally understand, right? They're scheduled full, all of that stuff. So I'm not trying to slam them for that or nothing like that. That's not what I'm trying to do. But for the ones that do, ultimately they become kind of consultants. Like, oh yeah, I'll help solve this issue, but I'm going to charge you. And even then, it's probably just to a small magnitude, right? Only a few clients here, just get some extra cash or whatever. I'm trying to build a team, man. I'm trying to build a team where we'll be popping out these issues, like really be popping out, solving these problems. And then over time, we'll, with the website, build a repository of all the different solutions that as we get requests for, and we have, document everything and, provide insight of what this does and so on. Because a lot of the stuff that, people have issues with are very specific, right? So that's the plan, guys. That's the plan, anyways. But I think that's it, man. That's all I have. I guess when it comes to what's to come, again, I'm glad to be back on the live stream. I'm actually excited to be doing the live streams again. But again, it's not going to be Fridays. It's going to be Thursdays. Every Thursday, guys. Thursdays, 9 p.m. Central. And again, I will be bringing on guests. So I think when it comes to guests, 1 guest a month, maybe 2 at the most. But I think it's going to be 1 or 2 guests per month. So that kind of gives me at least the other days to focus on with y'all on solving some of the issues and things of that nature, right? So that's the plan. All right, guys. So now that we got that out of the way, and hopefully, again, this is kind of more of a just refresher live stream, kind of get things back. Now to start talking about some stuff, right? So it's not Python specific, but let's talk GPT, right? So the last month and a half maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think how long has it been? 2 months, I guess, something like that. Um, Very hot topic, dude. Very hot topic. I saw all kinds of craziness. A lot of posts. I've been using it. Here's the thing. I've been using it, but I've been seeing all kinds of posts from non-programmers to programmers as well. And in the very beginning, it's very dramatic or very drastic, right? Like, oh man, like this is awesome. Like, dude, like this is gonna um, eliminate developers. And then, of course, some people, oh, good luck, developers, for, there go your high paying jobs and blah, 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 and so on. Which it's kind of interesting, right? Because it almost makes me feel like, all right, so somebody got some animosity against developers getting paid well. All you hear all the time, like, oh, we want to get paid well, but now you do got a group that gets paid well, and it's someone like there's some animosity behind them. But either way, that's a whole different issue, right? But the thing that I saw a lot of it, I think, was just for hot takes, right? Just for views. Let me rephrase it. That's what I want to think in ways. I want to believe people that were very dramatic, they're being dramatic for the purpose of views, right? Now, I think deep down inside, though, the more I look at it, like, dude, I don't know that's the case. I think some were being dramatic that way for the purpose of views. There was others that I really think they were probably sincere. Maybe a good amount that were very sincere, that they really believe this is going to get rid of developers. ChatGPT is gonna crush, is going to reduce the need of having software developers. Here's the thing, though, guys. I've been using it, right? Actually out of video. I need to edit. Video's done. I need to edit it to publish. But been playing around with it, been testing it, and here's the thing. I like it. I actually like it. But it's not perfect at all. At all. I'm gonna say it again. It's not perfect at all. I do like the functionality, the features where if you type something very high level, like I'm gonna give you an example, right? Those of you who watch my channel have watched that I have a lot of videos related to Python, let's say uploading file to SharePoint or downloading file for SharePoint or whatever, things of that nature, right? So you'll find in my videos I have a one that's kind of old, like 2 years old maybe, and it's using the SharePlump package. Then I have another one that's it's newer. It was released earlier this year, and it's the what is it? The Office 365 API package, which is actually being maintained. And that's kind of why I've been using that and been making videos related with that package. Because that package is actually, it's a package that's being maintained, where SharePlump is not. I don't think it's been maintained in a while. But the point I was trying to make is, so I have, knowledge of at least using these two packages. Not counting if you want to just use the request package that comes with Python, right? You could do that as well. So either way, in ChatGPT, if I were to type in, which let's go ahead and do it, man. I could go ahead and show it right now. So let's say if I were to type in here, hey, what up, Peter? We got Peter in the house. What up, man? What up? What up? Finally. Yeah, guys, so, man, live streams are back. Yes, sir, man. Happy New Year to you, too. So, I'm bringing back live streams. The new schedule is, it's going to be on Thursdays, pretty much. So, Thursdays at 9 p.m. Central, right? So, just kind of keep that in mind. Live streams is going to be Thursdays, 9 p.m. Central. And got a lot of plans. A lot of plans for the live streams, man. So they're going to be not just with the live streams, but he recommended you to me. Okay, cool, man. Nice. Cool. Yeah, man. Go ahead and let your friend know for sure. So I'm going to be talking some ChatGPT in a minute. Earlier in the live stream, talked about some. Again, it's been a while. It's been like what 2-3 months since my last live stream. Um, but again, live streams are back every Thursday, 9 p.m. Central. So again, going forward, once a week, 9 p.m. Central, I'm gonna have live streams. I am gonna be bringing on some guests as well on the live stream. Oh, we got Python developer in the house. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? I know it's been a while, dude. I know it's been a long time on. Actually, it feels like a long time. But yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. You know, hopefully y'all had yourself a good New Year's, man. And hopefully y'all got some good plans for this year. I got some plans, dude. I got some big plans that I'm working on with the channel, with an app I've been working on. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Been real busy actually, but I've been working on a few things, man. Been kind of the last probably 2 months or so been focusing kind of heavy on Twitch streaming, kind of build that up a little bit. But now I'm kind of going back, starting off the year fresh with YouTube again. I'm still gonna do my Twitch stuff. Twitch, I think I found my schedule, but ultimately Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central, is gonna be here on YouTube live stream. I went live at 9 p.m. So I've been live for like 45 minutes, something like that. And then of course, tomorrow on Fridays I'll be live on Twitch. Twitch, I'll be live probably around 8 p.m. Central, and then on Sundays, on Twitch as well. And Twitch is not programming; it's kind of more where I do just hang out, do some gaming. Just kind of talk to everybody that joins. We do talk tech sometimes, but it just depends on the audience. But yeah, man. So one of the things that I mentioned earlier was related to what's to come, right? So right now I'm working with a designer. He's kind of creating a logo. I have a domain that I purchased called codingwithlou.com. So that domain, I'm going to be building a website that's going to be related to, again, coding, tutorials, as we solve problems. Like there's some problems that get solved, or even videos, doesn't matter. But as certain problems are being solved, it will get posted on the website to kind of be easier to find. Because I think as the more and more I start making videos, they're going to get kind of lost in the weeds. So that's kind of where I'm going to use the website to better manage the issues, like the topics, right? To better manage the topics, and some of the pages would ultimately direct you to a YouTube video to solve that problem. And then others in the website, it may take you to a post, and the post will give you the solution to, let's say, a specific problem that the user may have. So that's the plan with that, man. Building out that. I'm setting up the Discord as well. So I'll be sending out notifications related to that. So anybody who wants to join the Discord server can. The website, again, I'm working on the logo right now for Coding with Lou. It's what the website going to be called, Coding with Lou. So I have a designer right now working on it. Once he finishes with that, then we're going to start developing the website. I am going to develop it in Python and Django, because one of the things I'm going to do with the website is we're going to build some apps, like tools in the website as well. So as certain tools that may seem beneficial or for the users, we're gonna build tools within that application, within the website. And what I want to do is, especially for like the newbies that are kind of new, that are learning Python but they don't have no experience, if they want to contribute to some of these apps, or tools that that we add on to the website, they can. So kind of give them some guidance, and have them be able to work on like real life projects as well, right? So within the website, there's stuff that I'm going to build into it as well, like RESTful API, for example, with some like sample data. So anybody who's looking for a RESTful API to do testing, to do like a post, Git, put things of that nature, right? I'm gonna be setting up, that within the website so people could connect to it, right, and test things out and things of that nature. So, so yeah, man, that's there. There's a lot to come with that with Discord. I'm gonna be reaching out. I'm gonna be trying. The goal is to build a small team as well. When I say small, I'm gonna be small, like at least 2 people for now. But we're gonna build a small team. So as I get a lot of, cause I've been getting a lot of requests coming in. So as a lot of these requests comes in, me and this small team, we will review these requests, let's say every week, and then we'll try to solve some of them, right? Maybe it's 1 or 2 a week each or something. But I think if we do that, that'll allow us to keep pumping out solutions, right? Whether it be making a video over that solution, or whether it be maybe it's a small solution, but maybe it's related. Maybe it's we do a post, right? When the website is set up, we post that solution to the website with describing how to solve it and things of that nature, and then we just direct the requester to the website. So it'll be kind of one of those deals where we either request them to the website for the solution, or we'll give the requester the video link, like, hey, we published a new YouTube video, here's the link. And again, that's the plan, and that's something that I'm gonna start kind of taking applicants for in the next couple of weeks. So I'm gonna try to build a little small team to do that. So again, man, I'm getting very back to getting focused to the YouTube channel, man. I'm gonna be making a lot of videos and providing a lot of support as well to the viewers, man. So a lot of things to come. Let's see. Do you have MySQL data? I want to learn how to migrate that to AWS. So when you say migrate, you're trying to migrate a MySQL. I'm assuming a MySQL database that lives on let's say your computer. I'm assuming, right? Like somewhere else, but you want to migrate it to an AWS RDS instance of MySQL. Is that your plan? Let's see, what else do you say? Or can you show how to query Oracle DB using AWS Glue? So we could do connectors that you could connect to a database, like an Oracle database. But are you trying to connect to a database that resides inside the AWS cloud environment, or external, like I don't know, let's say an Azure database, or just an on-prem database or something like that? Yes, on-prem to cloud. Gotcha. So if you're trying to migrate over that way, there's a tool that I used, and I believe AWS has this tool. I used it once in a project. This was like 4 years ago. It worked well, though, that I recall. I don't have issues with it. It did work well. Damn, what was the name of the tool? It was like AWS data transfer to RDS, a data migration. Maybe that's what it was called. I'm trying to think what was the actual name. But it's an actual desktop tool, but it's a tool that AWS provides, right? So it's a tool that they have, that they provide. Like they do have a migration service. I'm trying to think, but this tool, though, you did have to download and you have to install like locally on-prem, I guess, right? So I don't think this. Let's see. Yes, here it goes. On-prem data migration service. So this is it right here. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So let me. AWS database migration service. They manage migration and replica service that helps you move your database to AWS quickly. And of course, you can see it's all your major databases: Postgres, Oracle, MySQL, I'm trying to see where do they have their um let me see. I swear. Oh, you know what? I'm not logged in. Let me log in real quick. Um. So what I do remember when the last time I did this project, let's see if it signs me in. Okay, so I am signed in now. Cool. Um. So let's see. Getting no, that's not what it is. Dude, this is not what I selected. What? Um. Dude, I already logged in. Why are they doing this? So let's see. I don't remember being a service that was part of. Again, this was like 4 years ago when I last did it, so it's been a while. To start using AWS database migration service, you need a replica instance, which will be used to run your migration test. So I do, and that's what it was. I think this is what I do remember. Um, so you do have to create. Well, ultimately, what it's doing, um, think of it as it's kind of like creating an EC2 instance, and when it creates that EC2 instance, it's kind of like the think of it as a server that you have to connect to, and then from there, ultimately that connects to like a RDS instance, pretty much, that's able to copy the data over. But I believe there we go. Is it this guy? If you are migrating to a different database engine, no, this is so you. I'm trying to think. You can use AWS schema conversion tool to convert the schema from a source database. Well, this is only the source database can be self-managed engine running on-prem or so on. Yep, you can convert your source schema to a schema for another supported database that is hosted by AWS. I'm trying to think if this is a tool that I had to use. Let's see. So I think this is a desktop tool. Again, it's been a while, but I'm just trying to get it refresh my mind. You can use AWS schema conversion tool to convert your existing database schema from one database engine to another. So this is if you want to convert it from like Oracle to SQL Server. But that's not what we're trying to do here. At least I don't think. I think what you're saying is I just want to migrate over my MySQL from on-prem over to AWS, right? That's kind of what you're trying to do. You can convert relation, blah blah blah. Now there's issues with this because I had issues with doing this at one point, but for the most half, it works pretty good. Your converted schema, yep, okay. The converted schema can also be used with a database or an yep, okay, that makes sense. Um. So again, to install it, you do have to download it. But again, I'm trying to think if this is with it or not. This is more of a hmm. So let me go back to this real quick to the data migration service, help you migrate databases to AWS quickly and security. The secure database remains fully. Yep, that makes sense. So we take a look at the create replica instance. So this is the So keep in mind what this is doing. That this is, think of it like a placeholder, like a middleman instance that needs to create to move everything to. But then from there, it does move everything to an actual RDS instance. If I remember, that's exactly the way this functions. Um, but what I'm trying to see here is, let me go back real quick. Do you have a simple MySQL or any Oracle on-prem database? You can show how to use AWS Glue to connect to an on-prem. I do not have nothing on-prem. I had one database, but it was a Postgres database that was on-prem, and I actually migrated. I moved that over to RDS, so I don't have it no more, and I already deleted it and shut down that computer. Um, but let's take a look at AWS Glue real quick. So let's look at our databases, right? So you would have to set up a database. I'm gonna just call this. Let's call it on prem. All right. Okay. So now that I have that created, let me go to. Oops. Yes. Confirm. Connection. So this will be the next step. So all of this has been changing lately too than what it used to be. So if I go to connection, create custom connector. So that it would be a JDBC connection. So I guess the first thing would be probably what I could do on my side, because again, I don't have a database set up right now on prem, but I could do a test. Probably not now because I think it's going to take a while, but I could go ahead and set up a MySQL instance on one of my computers, and then I think from there have some data, and then I could test this out. I believe as long as the port is open and as long as you're able to connect to it externally, like publicly, you know, then yeah, I think we should be able to provide the URL for it to connect to the database, which would be the, you know, the URL path, right? The IP address, for example, the port, database name, you know, all of that information, and then we should be able to connect to it that way. Um, but yeah, I don't have nothing right now. Everything that I have is in the AWS environment. Uh, But I'm thinking that would be one way to do it. Let's take a look at it real quick. Custom connections. You could also build your own connector and then upload the connector code. Custom connectors are integrated. which allowed you to plug in any connector, blah blah blah. To add a custom connector to AWS Studio. Let me see something real quick. Let me go back to this. Let's go back to AWS, to Glue Studio. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's look at create connection. Use your JDBC protocol to access Redshift or any publicly accessed database. Okay, so this is what we would do here. And again, it's going to have to be through the the host, the port, database, and then of course provide our username and password. But it has to be accessible though, so it does have to be. It can't be like a database that's only available within the corporate network or nothing like that. 'Cause I don't, in that case, it would not work. So this is the way to do it. This is what would work. I just don't have nothing right now. And I don't think. Let me see if there's any public. Public. I was just kind of curious if there's anything out there like that people have that want to just kind of test. But yeah, I don't have nothing. I would have to set something up. Well, you can use this site, which allows you to sign in and get a free database. Blah blah blah. So either way, this would be the way to do it. We would have to build a connection string, the URL, which will be, something similar to this example down here, right? It does vary based on what, like Oracle, I think will be slightly different than MySQL, but they're pretty much identical. That's our only option, right? Besides that, I don't know what network. Let's see. If your AWS job needs to run our instant private network, blah blah blah. So no, I don't think it will be that. So it's not none of these because this is all within Amazon. So it's gonna have to be the JDBC connection. And then of course it would be our URL and then username and password. So yeah, that is the way to do it. But I just don't have nothing right now. Set up, right? So I would have to try to set something up to see if that works. I do have databases set up for trying to think if I have one that's open. So like right now I'm logged in under my IMLU AWS account, which is what I use for like YouTube videos and stuff like that. I do have another AWS account that I use for my business. But again, I'm trying to think. I think I have a server in there that is open to the public that maybe I could try that out. Give me 1 minute real quick. Let me check something out real quick on that. So let's see. Um, Okay, so I think I have something to test out. So let me get my server name and all that information real quick, and then we could do a quick test to see if this works out or not. You know what? Hold on, let me switch. I'm gonna switch real quick. All right, cool. So this is not an Oracle or MySQL. It's a SQL Server database, but nevertheless, it's not under this environment though. It's not under this. It is in an AWS environment, but it's in a different account, so different network. So it and the concept would still work the same. So let's. I'm gonna say SQL Server. Call it external. Let me go ahead and get my credentials and all of that real quick. So let's see. Here it goes. So this would be JDBC, SQL Server, the host, then the port. In this case, the port is 1433. Let's see. Then in this case, it would be. Let me see. Trying to see if it allows me to pick a database, but you know what? I don't think you have to for SQL Server. So let me leave it as is. Let me go ahead and put in my credentials real quick. Okay, so let me go ahead and show it, and it should be. Let me do something. I do want to show it, but I don't want to show too much either, just in case. So let me do this. Just for now. And this should be fine. Okay, so I created my URL, which is JDBC. In this case, it's SQL Server. So you kind of look at the example a little bit, tell you the protocol. So in my case, it's a SQL Server database. If it's MySQL, I believe it's MySQL. For Oracle, I believe it's like Oracle something. I don't think it's just Oracle. It's like Oracle and something else. I just can't remember what that something else is. But either way, that's kind of the protocol. Then you put kind of like the way you do like in any URL, semicolon, slashes, and then you have your host. This is another RDS instance. It's like a real long name, pretty much. So it has that, semicolon, my bad, semicolon, port. That's what it is, the port. It does have instance on there, but I'm going to leave the instance off for now. It should be fine. So let me go ahead and save this and see if we could connect to it this way. How are you? Yeah, hey, what's up? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Appreciate it for joining the live stream, guys. Again, live streams are back every Thursday, 9 p.m. Central, guys. Every Thursday, 9 p.m. Central. So right now, we're just kind of going over some. We're gonna do a test real quick. Pretty much going to creating a connection in AWS Glue Studio for an external database. In this case, SQL Server database. So that's kind of what we're gonna do real quick. So let me go ahead and switch, and I'll go back in a minute. So let me go ahead and save this to make sure that I could save it. Let's see, why is it not letting me save? Um, so there it goes. I don't know why I did not want to save, man, which is kind of odd. All right, cool. I could go back and show it. So far so good. Really missed these sessions. Nah, man, same here. I know it's been a while, man. It's been a while, but bringing it back, that's for sure. Bringing it back. So let me make this bigger, man. I just noticed it's actually kind of small. So make it a little bit more bigger. So we created, I call it SQL Server External. So that's pretty much our connection that we have. Cool. So now let's go back to let me look at the old view. I don't know why, man. I don't like this new view as much. AWS Glue. This is the old view. So they've been making a lot of changes, man, to AWS Glue. I don't know why, man. I'm not a really big fan of the new setup, but it is what it is. Okay, so I did create a database. I would I call it on-prem. Yeah, I did call it on-prem. We already went to connections already. I got my connection created. Let's go to tables. So let me just kind of create something real quick, right? Let's go to add table. I'm going to call this just SQL Server table. Let's call it that for now. This is going to go under the on-prem database. The source type. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, why have ChatGPT? I don't know about that, man. But here's the thing with ChatGPT. I was talking about it earlier. I've been using it, been playing around with it, and I actually have a video coming out. I already got the video done. I just need to finish the editing of it. So probably later on, probably tomorrow, there'll be a video coming out related to that. I like it, but it's very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? I think the issue that I have with it, that I have seen other people make videos over, like, dude, I could do this and just copy the code. And it seems like some people are like, that's kind of like, ooh, dude, like I'm doing that, and so on and so forth. And dude, you can't do that, because I could tell you right now, a lot of the tests that I've been doing, especially for like bigger examples, it's not right. Like, it may be right what it gives you to some extent, but it's missing some key features, like key sections. And if you're just copying and pasting because you don't know any better, dude, you're gonna have some issues, or it's gonna be wrong. And I have noted that too. Sometimes it's just wrong. Period, guys. It literally just wrong. So there's, again, but there's some good things about it. There's some things that I actually like a lot about it. It's promising in a lot of ways. So let me see something real quick. No, that's not. So I got my connection. Let me go back to tables real quick. So that's what I did. Let me go to a crawler, and that's what I wanted to create. I want to look at create a crawler. So in this case, I would just call it SQL server tests. Let's call it that for now. Table tests. Click next. Is your data already mapped to a glue table? Nope. Add data source. So in this case, we would do, there goes SQL Server external. And then we need to specify database, schema, and so forth. So let me get that information. Let me open up the database real quick. Damn, let me see if I have that connected or not. Nope. Let me hold on. Let me stop sharing my screen real quick. Oops. Let me see if I have it on this computer. So I'm working on two computers. FYI, I'm streaming. The stream is on a second computer. My actual what you're seeing on the video, it's my first computer. So I'm working with two computers pretty much. So let me check this other one. Man, I don't think I have it here either. Okay, well, let me connect to this database real quick. Yeah, let me connect to the database. I don't even have anything configured yet. So this is a SQL Server. I'm going to call this SQL Server. Okay, got the host 1433 for the port. Username, password. Man, I don't know which database to use, so I'm gonna leave that blank. Let me do a test real quick. Yep. Let me save. And now let me go ahead and connect. And let me go ahead and find, yeah, let me find the database. Damn, it's taking a while. Why is it taking a while to connect? All right, let me try. Oh, damn, you know what? I think I connected with the wrong credentials. I did, damn it. All right, let me reconnect again. I need to connect with the admin credentials. Oops. So the tool that I'm using to connect to the database is called Table Plus. I actually like it a lot. It's good for for quick, light things anyways. I like it a lot anyways. I'll show it in a minute. So let's see. All right, cool. I'm going to share my screen. So this is a SQL Server database I'm connected to right now. I got some tables. So the schema, the actual database is this. So that's kind of what I want to put on here. So let's go ahead and fill some of this information up. Let's see. All right, cool. So when it comes to database, let me go ahead and type in the database /. Then it's going to be the schema staging / and then going to be the table name. So the table name here is let me find one. So let me just do this one, like zip codes. Nothing special about this, so let's do zip codes. So it would be zip codes. All right, cool. Let's see. Yeah, database schema, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Exclude table matching. No. Let's go ahead and add this. So I added data source. So I do have a row already. I think this row has access. Yeah, glue for all of that. So that's good. Target database going to be on-prem. That's where I want this to show up. On demand, it's fine. Cool. Let's create crawler. Okay, so now the crawler been created. Let's run the crawler. Let's see if it runs. Crawler successfully started. Okay, never mind. It's already running. So let's say if it runs without any error. So here's the thing. If it runs successfully and it brings in our schema, right? If we take a look at the schema, here's our schema. Zip code, city, state, blah, blah, blah. All of this information. If it runs successfully, oh, nope, there it goes. It failed right away. So let's see what happened here. I was going to say if it runs successfully, at least we know the connection. It was able to connect. Because that's what we're trying to test here. Is this AWS service, right, AWS Glue, for this environment, is it able to connect to an external database ultimately? That's what we're trying to do here. So let's view details. Crawler cannot be started or verify the permission attached. Oh, so that's odd. So this seems to be related to permissions. Running crawler cannot start, verify permissions. Okay, so that has nothing to do with that. This is permissions related, which is odd because that's the same permission that I have used in the past. So let's look at my other crawlers. I'm just kind of curious now. Let me just pick this guy. Yeah, this is the same row that I've been using before, and this ran successfully. So that's kind of strange. But you know what? I'm trying to think. Let me see if I have one where it's connecting to a database. Well, this is Redshift views. Yeah, that worked fine. Let me see the one. Let me see. Yep, that's my connection. I don't think is that. Why are they showing run and it shouldn't be? There it goes, ready. So let's click on the IAM row real quick. So I just want to check. It has access to Redshift. Oh, maybe that's why though. It has access to Redshift S3, but it doesn't have access to Let's see. Let's add permissions. What do we have for database? Let's see, EC2. Let me see. So I'm trying to think. I know I had Redshift access. I don't think that has nothing to do with RDS, but maybe it does. Maybe it does have something to do with RDS. I'm trying to think. Let me just look at the. So it has access to all RDS. Let me add this to it real quick. I don't think that's it though, but either way, let's test it out real quick. So let's run crawler again. Let's see it run and see if it fails. I think it's gonna fail. Yeah. So it's gonna be the same issue, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Crawler cannot be started. Verify the permissions and the policy attached. So I'm wondering if it's because let me see. AWS IAM row permissions for JDBC URL connection. Let's see. To configure a JDB connection, use IAM credentials. This is not it. So I don't want to connect with it using that. That's not what I want here. Let's see. Yeah, no, this is not what I want. So maybe I need to change the. Let's see. Let me go back. So initially, before when the other jobs that we I know have done testing for, like Redshift, we have permission to access the Redshift S3 bucket and of course glue services, which makes sense why all of that worked. But now in this case, I'm trying to access. I guess not RDS. This is the RDS policies, but I'm actually trying to access an external database. I'm trying to think. So let me go to connections real quick. Let's go to connections. I want to see if I'm able to do a test. That's number one, man. I'm trying to see now. Can I do a test? Um, The connection you have selected can only be used in script mode only. Okay, interesting. Visual editor jobs don't support this type of connection yet. Only custom and marketplace connectors can be used in the visual editor, and you are trying to create a job using JDBC connections. Do you wish to proceed? Interesting. Okay. So, okay, so let me hit cancel real quick. It sounds like we create in our script to pull in the data, then we could use it that way. Um, like in just, in raw Python, have it connected. But it seems like we could create a custom connector, which is kind of what I was trying to do there. And so, okay, let me go back. So it allowed me to create a connector, but I can't use it in a job. So that's number one. If it's not going to allow me to use it in a job, that's an issue by default already. Which is probably why it's not going to let me create a table schema either. And maybe that, I don't know if that's the reason why I'm getting the error, but that's maybe the reason why I'm getting the error. Do we need a glue job and write Python script? Yeah, so kind of let me find one. I know I have some jobs here. Um Here's this guy, right? Like product X well, that's not a good example. But I guess this one, right? Redshift to S3. Let me just pick that one for now. It's pretty much we would have to just kind of generate the code, the script, right? Python script, which is kind of what this is doing here. The difference is we would have to determine the connection. Um, and so there is a way to I'm pretty sure there is a way in AWS Glue. So let me see real quick. Like in this case, we're getting our data source, but again, it's coming from a catalog that we created, which is why we specified just the database name and tables and so on. Well, all of this we wouldn't be able to use, right? This will actually get replaced with, so like for example, this is coming from Glue context, which is AWS Glue. So I know. So there's ways we could use the Python PyODBC package, for example, as an example to connect. Pretty sure there's a way though using the AWS and Glue package, we could connect to just any database, right? Let's see, get source, connection type. So in this case, it's file. So of course, connection type could be SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL. So for example, in my case, it would be SQL Server for connection type. What else? And this is for, yeah, under get source. So pretty much it will be context.get source. Instead of file, it would be SQL Server, because that's our connection type. And then from here, we would do our create, kind of like what we did initially. But the difference will be we have to specify the database, table name. So this wouldn't change. That would actually be somewhat the same. So here's another example, right? So you see how it's trying to compare the two. So we have our connection options. So under create dynamic frame from options. So this is probably another, this will be another way to do it. It says the return a dynamic frame created with a specific connection and format. So in this case, the connection type could be, again, same thing, SQL Server or MySQL. But it could be the connection type such as S3, Redshift, or also JDBC. And that's kind of what we want, the JDBC connection. So, and that would look like this. So we would have the URL, which is what I kind of put together already in the example that I have. Username, password, and the table name. What about schema? Oh, there it goes. I will have to include the database as well in here. So yeah, the database, and then this will be the table. Yeah, I just noticed, where's the schema? Schema's not on here. Which for Redshift, I mean SQL Server, I will need to provide a schema. Oh, you know what? I think you do it on the table. That's what it is. It would be like staging dot table name. That's what it is. The DB table property, the name of the, yep. There you go. Yep, schema table. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Excuse me, Lou. About another topic. I'm already watched your video about Office 365 RESTful API, part 1 to part 7. Will you continue with the next video about uploading the show? I am. So I am going to be making more videos. Some of the testing that I'm in the process of doing is going to be downloading, but trying to download all the files and folders, like not just files but folders as well from a specific SharePoint pass, kind of like a crawler to all the other folders. I'm trying to figure out if that's even doable, but I'm in the process of doing testing for that. When it comes to uploading, same thing with uploading. To be able, if you have one folder, let's say that one folder has subfolders with files. I am working on doing some testing to be able to upload all of the files up with subfolders and their files inside the subfolders as well. So there are more videos to come, and that's kind of in the works right now. I'm doing some testing right now related to that. So yeah, I'll be on the lookout for that, and hopefully that will be coming out soon. So let me go back to what we're looking at over here, right? So again, we're creating dynamic frame, but from catalog. The difference is what we're doing over here would be we would create dynamic frame from options, and then we're going to specify these options, and this option would pretty much have everything that we need for the most half. And then that would be, yep, there we go, the options. And then, of course, the connection type in this case would be, at least in my case, SQL Server, but in your case could be MySQL. And then I don't think we need none of this. And this would just stay as this. We wouldn't need that. So this would be, I think, the workaround to do it in, like just coding it up directly. So I'm just trying to think here what I did here. In this case, so there is a mapping process, right? So we are mapping it to another source. Let me see. And then, of course, we're writing it out. We're writing it out to this specific location. In this case, it's a CSV file. So in your case, um, are you trying to? I know you mentioned like, hey, could we connect to to an external database? And based on what I'm seeing, I think the answer I think going to be yes. I just gotta test it out to confirm, but I think the answer should be yes. But if you are able to, let's say we can, because I think we can anyways. But let's say we do connect to a MySQL database on-prem through an AWS glue job, like through the script. Are you trying to save the data to CSV, like an S3 bucket? Are you trying to load it to Redshift? Like, what's the goal there? I guess where are you trying to have the data go to? And so this is kind of more directed to Python developer. Those of you who are just joining, he had a question about connecting AWS Glue to an on-prem, for example, database, and so there is a way based on what we kind of figured out. I never had a need to do it, but again, there's always it makes sense, right? There's cases where there is a need. So I'm trying to test. I'm trying to test with a SQL Server database that I have that's not in this AWS environment. Um, and we tried doing it by creating a connection, but it didn't work. And ultimately, it told us that it wouldn't work unless we create a custom connection, or we could do it through the script, the Python script. And that's kind of what I think the option that we're going to have here to do it to the Python script. But yeah, I just need to probably do a quick test on that on connecting to it, which I think is going to be pretty straightforward, right? Kind of, again, this is where documentation comes in handy, right? Looking at the docs. We would use a create dynamic frame from options. And in here, I would end up, make it a little bit bigger. I just realized it's kind of small. Like in my case, I'm trying to connect to an external SQL Server database that's out of this out of my AWS network. So my connection type would be SQL Server. My connection options would be my JDBC URL with the database name, and then of course username, password, and then also my table name. Because I do have a different schema, it will be schema.table name. Like it kind of showed an example. There it goes right here. So schema.table name. So that would be on how I would be able to connect to that external database to pull that data ultimately, right? But just wanted to kind of see where we wanted to send this data to. So what I'm going to do as a test, so it's already about to be 11, right? So the live stream started at 9, it's about to be 11. But I'm going to do a test tomorrow related to that to be able to connect to it, get a data source back, then ultimately be able to write that data source out, right? For now, an S3 bucket, just write it out. Because again, if we have success doing that, then at least we confirmed we're able to connect to an external database. We're able to pull that data, and then we're able to save it to at least an S3 bucket as a CSV file. And that would be like our starting point. And then, of course, if we're trying to load it to Redshift or something, then, yeah, we could look into, pointing it to that and getting the data loaded to Redshift database. But I think for now, I'm going to drop it into an S3 bucket. I already have a bucket here, which is this guy, staging unload. So I'm just going to drop it in here. But I do need to change the way I'm writing it, right? Right now, it's, I think all of that information's fine. But I do need to do some tweaking with it for sure. But yeah, man, again, guys, so we're getting close. It's almost 11, so I'm going to be wrapping up soon. I think here again, I think I have a real good idea what we need to do, and I think the answer is yes. Kind of going back to we could connect AWS Glue to an external database, which is going to be via JDBC connection. But you can't create a connection either. So just FY under connections, if we come in here and create a connection, which I did, I created a connection, but it's not going to work. If I try to add this to a job, right? If I click create job, just so you know, see how it kind of, we get the message, because JDBC, you can only do it through script mode. So that's kind of where I'm looking at the script here. This doesn't make sense. It's from another job, but I'm just used it as an example. This job is Redshift to an S3 bucket. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, pretty much use the same concept, but just tweak it. Where instead of create dynamic frame from catalog, I'm going to use the create dynamic frame from options. Then I'm going to provide all of these connection options, which I already have to my connection options. And then that should connect me to the database and the right table to be able to pull my data source, pretty much, right? And then once I pull that data in, I'm going to save that over to an S3 bucket as CSV. So that's going to be the first test. But again, I don't think I don't have enough time because I know stream is about to end in about 12 minutes. So time is coming down, guys. But Python developer, I am going to test it out, man. I'm going to get this test out tomorrow. Again, now that live streams are back, everything is back. There's going to be a lot of time spent on this, man. So that we're gonna get a lot of solutions pushed out the next couple of months. There's a lot of things that's going to be dropping too, guys. So I got a Discord server set up. It's set up, but I don't think it's ready yet to be utilizing. I'm still trying to customize certain things. So once I'm ready to introduce it, yeah, man, y'all get a message through the community post on YouTube and on Twitter and wherever else you follow me. You'll see it there too. So I'll provide the link there so you could join the Discord if you like. And then also the goal is to kind of build a community, right? So as there's times where I may not be able to jump and maybe help you out, or maybe somebody know the answer already, guys. Somebody may know the answer from the community, so they could help. We could help each other out. So that's the whole purpose with the Discord, and that's going to be coming real soon, probably in the next couple of days. So be on the lookout for that as well. But yeah, when it comes to this, though, I have a real good. I think, again, how I mentioned, the answer is yes. I'm pretty 100% confident we could connect to an external on-prem database. And the way to do it is going to be to using this message right here: create dynamic frame from options. So I'm going to go ahead and do that tomorrow, finish testing that out, and ultimately just save the results to a CSV S3 bucket. And then ultimately, if that works, then that's good. That answers the question that, yeah, we can. And then what I'll do is I'll provide, I think what I could probably do for sure, make a video related to that, and then provide some insight, because the JDBC connection, the connection is slightly different for each database, right? For Oracle, is different. The protocol is like Oracle something. MySQL, I believe it's just MySQL, but there's some little nuances though, for sure. So whenever I do make a video, I'll kind of bring that up, because I know everybody else uses different databases for sure. I'm excited, guys, man. I'm glad to have these live streams back. I do miss them, guys. I know it's been a while. Just there have been a lot of things going on. Also, guys, those of y'all who are, if you can, right? Don't want you. I'm not trying to make y'all or nothing like that. But if you can, when you have time, I'd love to get your feedback. So my an app that I created actually like earlier last year. I haven't been promoting, done nothing, guys. But now I'm actually put in effort to it. I redid the website. The website looks way better than what it used to cost. So it's called Go Share It. If you can, man, go take a look at it. Take a look at it. It's a sharing file platform where it allows you to share files. The goal is to allow you to share large files as well. Right now, it's configured for like 5 gig size limit, which is a reasonable size. But again, it's going to get expanded out for larger files. I'm going to be doing some updates over the weekend, and we're going to expand it to at least 25 gigs in file size over the weekend. But nevertheless, guys, if you can, I would love to get your, like, I'm in beta version right now. So, of course, the more users that test it out and give me feedback, the better that helps me out. So if there's any bugs or issues, be able to get that addressed. But yeah, I mean, it is technically live. I mean, you could use it. We do have a free version, but there will be a paid version coming out with higher limits of 100 gigabytes and things of that nature. But yeah, guys, again, if you can, I mean, take a look at it. Just kind of give me your thoughts. I'll be more than love to hear your feedback. There are some features that are going to be rolling out soon. Doing an update this weekend, but the update that I'm doing this weekend relates to login stuff. Like the login got redesigned as well, because the way the login is very plain. If so either way, that has been redone. But there's other features that I'm adding on that you'll be seeing popping up in the next couple of weeks, for sure. Let's see. So glad you're back. Yeah, I'm glad too, man. I'm glad. So I mean, I know I stepped away for a little bit, trying to get things situated with some other projects and with work, and then also with Twitch and all that stuff. But I think now I've got a nice balance, and man, I'm ready to hit back YouTube hard this year. So again, that's the plan, dude. For 2023, I'm hitting YouTube very hard. So you're going to see a lot of videos. You're going to see me very active. Again, website going to be coming out, Discord. There's a lot of stuff happening. So I'm excited, man. I enjoy. Oh man, so did you come? Is Dallas? So you came to? Did you come to Dallas then? Because that's where I live around here, man. I don't live in Dallas. I live in Fort Worth. But again, most people know Dallas, this area, as Dallas Fort Worth, because it's kind of like next to each other. So it's where I stay, man. I live in the Fort Worth area. So Dallas is not far. I go to Dallas sometimes. Probably takes me. I normally take the toll when I do go to Dallas because I like to skip traffic. But, man, it only takes me like 35 minutes, if I get on the toll all the way. So, which is not crazy. I mean, it's actually not that bad. I enjoyed Reunion Tire. Dude, that's awesome, man. Is Dallas good for IT jobs? So, there are jobs, like IT jobs out here. But I would say, though, a lot of the IT jobs that you find out here may not be your traditional IT jobs, right? So it's not like a company that's known to be like a software company, just kind of an example, right? It's not like a Facebook where people that work at Facebook, you working on the product Facebook. A lot of the IT job that you do find over here may be, let's say, a real estate company. So the business is real estate, so as a company has the real estate, but they have an IT department because they're building real estate like software, right? Kind of like a Zillow, for example. Like they want to build their own version of that. So that's where IT comes in, right? They need programmers to build a Zillow-like application type stuff. So you find more companies that are like not when you look at the name, it's not like in your face, like, oh yeah, like that's it's whatever, it's that it's that software or anything like that. It's more like companies that may not seem like IT company, like tech companies, but they do have a IT presence right behind the scenes because they're trying to build software. Even construction, right? You would think a construction company, well, they just pour concrete, but there's some like I have seen posts of. I had somebody reach out to me on. That's how I know. A recruiter reached out to me about a construction company, wanting to like hire because they're trying to build some tools, like internal tools for their team. So like as the construction workers that are out on the field, they could take pictures with their iPad, and then those pictures will get synced up to whatever software they're trying to build, and then people could message, right? Kind of like a DM, right, messaging system within the iPad, like through the app, and then ultimately it'll get sent to everybody else who has the app open or using the app, and different stuff like that, right? As like things happen in construction, maybe somebody damages something, right? They break a pipe or whatever. Well, they take pictures on the spot, upload it right away, provide notes of what happened, fill out a report. All of that goes into a system. So either way, those are the jobs that you find more in Dallas. Like again, there's jobs, but it's not like job when you look at like, oh, it's a bank company, it's a real estate company, it's a construction company, but they're hired for IT, right, behind the scenes. So that's kind of what I have noticed. You find more of those kind of jobs for sure. But that's cool, man. It sounds like you were over here in Dallas. So that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Cause yeah, I don't live that far away. Planning to move. Nice, dude. Nice. Well, if you do move to Dallas, man, let me know, and I'll take you out for dinner or something, man. So if that's the case, let me know, man. You've been a big supporter of mine from the very beginning. So really appreciate your support, man, for sure. And yeah, if you come down, I'll take you out to there's this. I don't know if you like steak or not. There's a steak restaurant, Papa Bros, in the Dallas area. It's good. It's very nice. It's high end, but it's nice. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm getting too high there. Hi to you back. Hopefully you're doing good. Again, guys, those of y'all who are new, who joining the live stream, live streams are back again. So those of y'all who have been following me for a while, used to do live streams on Fridays. Live streams have been moved to Thursdays. Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central, man. Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central. Yeah, we're gonna be doing live streams. I am gonna be bringing on some guests in the live streams as well. So just FYI, maybe once a month or so, I'm gonna be bringing on guests to the live stream, and I'm trying to bring different types of guests, right? Guests that, maybe have some insights to, get your foot into a big tech company like Google or Meta. I want to bring in guests that are very good when it comes to resume building, right? Especially I know a lot of people getting let go right now. So there's going to be more competition on trying to just get an interview if you're trying to get a job or you're trying to move from your current job to another job. So because of that, I want to bring somebody in that's very good at that kind of stuff that could be able to talk, give y'all feedback, input. So do be on the lookout, guys. I'm going to be bringing on some guests, at least one guest a month, maybe two at the most, but that's part of the plan. So yeah, man, be on the lookout for that, for sure. And also, guys, I'm on Twitch as well on Friday nights. So on Friday nights, a little bit more chill, relax, just kind of hanging out, do a little bit of gaming, just kind of talk. We talk code still may talk some coding on the live streams, but for sure it's a little bit more chill. Not really trying to solve no problems, but we could talk about stuff tech wise and do a little bit of gaming, relax, talk, and just hang out, right? So you're more than welcome to join my Twitch channel, which is I Am The Real Lou. And give me a follow there, man. I appreciate it. Again, guys, it's already 11. So, my stream been from 9 to 11. And again, man, it feels good. It feels good to be back. I'm glad for the live streams, dude. There's a lot of cool things. And remember, next week, same time, guys. Next week, next Thursday, 9 p.m. Central, and we'll do it again. How to join Twitch for free? You could watch me on Twitch. Just watch me on, which is I Am The Real Lou. So that is um my name. If you go to Twitch, you could find me on there. You know what? Let me just I'll put it in the chat real quick. So those of y'all who let me see. I don't know why I did not. So on Twitch, it would be Twitch TV. I am the real Lou. So you give me, that's the URL. You can find my profile there, and yeah, man, give me a follow. And again, you could join any live stream. I'm on Fridays for sure. Fridays at like 8, close to 9 p.m. Central Time. And again, it's more chill, hang out, talk about code. We talk about a lot of different stuff, not just code. We talk about keyboards. We talk about, mouses. More stuff that relates to gaming, of course, because that's kind of a lot of some of the viewers that follow me there. GPUs, so you kind of see some GPUs back here in the back. CPUs. So we talk about that kind of stuff as well. So a little bit different. Again, we do talk code sometimes, but all the time we talk hardware as well and other stuff of that sort. And again, we do a little bit of gaming as well. So you're more than welcome to give me a follow or join there too if you like. But again, guys, man, I appreciate it, man. I'm excited for 2023 because there's a lot of things that I have planned. And things are coming in action, guys. Things are actually coming together, and a lot of things are coming together. So I'm excited for it, guys. And yeah, can't wait till the next live stream. And again, guys, you're gonna start seeing videos dropping pretty consistent, going forward. So there'll be a lot of solutions being solved, to put it that way. Again, man, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it for joining my live stream. And I'll see y'all guys next week. Same time, Thursday, 9